Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Miranda and I'm sharing my health journey with you here on YouTube. So I began my journey at 311.2 pounds. I started this on March 21st, 2023. Today is May 6th, 2023. So it's been 46 days and currently I weigh 290.6 pounds. So that is 20.6 pounds, so 20 and a half pounds in 46 days. I am over the moon excited. I can't believe that I have lost 20 pounds. I was talking with my coach and my mom and my sister. We have a group chat on text, and I said I don't think there's ever been a time in my life where I've lost 20 pounds this fast. And as I thought about it more, I actually don't think I've ever lost 20 pounds consecutively in my life. So it's huge for me that I'm able to do this and I'm able to do it this fast. The changes in my life are unexplainable. I can't even put into words how different I am in comparison to 46 days ago. Just as a person, health-wise, how I feel, it's insane. My mindset even has changed so much. So I have a few things written down here that I want to make sure that I talk about. And the first one is the Mother's Day seafood boil that's coming up this weekend. I talked about this in my last video, and I told you guys that I had a few different options for dresses coming from Shein, and so they finally arrived yesterday, and I was able to try them on. And the one that I was really excited for fits, and not only does it fit, but it looks good. And I'm really, really excited about that. So I will be doing a reveal video when I do sometime next week, because I also have that gala coming up, not this coming Tuesday, but the next. So that weekend I'll have the Mother's Day seafood boil, and then that coming Tuesday I will have the gala. So I will do a dress reveal for both events. Because I'm really excited, because I love both of them. I love how I feel and how I look in them, which is insane for me to say. Anybody that knows me knows that I don't wear dresses. What I wear is like what I have on today, like a shirt, jeans, and shoes usually. But I actually have heels for both dresses, so lots of things are changing in my life. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, I've absolutely transformed in 46 days. Just how I feel, who I am, what I enjoy, and it's just amazing. And I'm so excited that I get to share it with you guys. I know there's a lot of you out here. I was looking at my channel analytics a little while ago, and it's really cool to see how many of you are actually recurring viewers. So thank you for watching my journey and supporting me, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys being here. I knew starting this channel that it was possible that I'd make these videos and no one would watch, and that was okay, because I was just excited to document the journey. And it's a way for me to stay accountable. I talked about that too. It's a way for me to make sure that I stay on track, because I know that I'm going to be doing these videos every week. And so continuing to stay on the program, continuing to better myself is something that I want to do, and this is another, like, a contingency plan to make sure that I'm doing it, because I know that I've got this coming up. So thank you for being here. I'm really excited that you guys are here. One of the things that I did yesterday was a Fargo day with my mom. So I'll pop up some pictures here. You can see our day, and then our drive home was just absolutely beautiful. God's beautiful sunset was just breathtaking. I'm so happy to be seeing colors in the sky again at night, and even in the morning when I go to work at 5:50 in the morning. It's just finally starting to be light out again, and it's so beautiful to see him paint the sky both in the morning and at night. So I'll share those as well. Some things that I want to talk about yesterday was I was not tired all day. I was able to walk around Fargo all of yesterday, and I wasn't tired. My feet didn't hurt, and I wore Converse yesterday. Like, they don't really offer a whole lot of support, but I didn't have sore feet at all. Like, I just was able to go and go and go, and like, we were booking it. We got there probably 11:30, I want to say, and we were there until 9 o'clock. So it was a full day of shopping. We met up with one of my good friends, and we had lunch with her because I haven't seen her for probably a few years, so it was nice to catch up. And that's part of what I have on here too, is we went to Olive Garden with her, and I had the, I think it's called the Never Ending Soup and Salad. So I had, I think it was, man, I can't remember the name of the soup, but it was really good. I had that soup, but it had potatoes in it, so I pulled potatoes out because I can't have that. But it had kale, Italian sausage, and something else in it as well, along with like a creamy broth, which I think I don't know if I'm allowed to have dairy or how much dairy I'm allowed to have, but I had one bowl of that and pulled the potatoes out. And then I had my salad. I had 2 bowls of salad, no cheese on it, and I took the croutons out, so it was just the banana peppers, the onions, tomatoes, and the lettuce. So I was able to go out and have fun with my friend, catch up, and still stay on program and not jeopardize going backwards. So that was really cool too, and I wanted to share that. And then the other thing that was really excited is we were in the mall. We stopped into Forever 21 because my mom likes to go in there, and we like to check out the clothes and see all the crazy stuff they have in there, because they have like a whole section that's dedicated to like Barbie clothes, like adult sized Barbie clothes, like it says Barbie on it, but they have other really cool, cute things in there too. And I was looking through some of them. I was able to buy and wear 2 shirts that are size large. When I started this, I was wearing a size 2XL, and it was tight. So absolutely mind-blowing on that one too. They're both like a crop top style. One is like a t-shirt crop top, and that one obviously fits a lot better and a lot more loose. But it's a Steve Miller Band one, and that's kind of a sentimental thing for me because one of my mom's favorite songs, one of my favorite songs by Steve Miller Band, is something that is always a memory for me, and so to have a shirt with Steve Miller Band on it is cool for me to have. And it just looks cool too. And so the other one that I got was like a tank top situation, which is a little bit tighter. It fits, but it maybe is gonna fit better in like a couple weeks. I'd probably wear it out to like the beach right now. I mean, you can. It's raining. It's still kind of cold here, and our water is still frozen over. I have a picture of it that I took on Thursday, so I'll share that picture here. This is what our lake looks like. Still frozen over. The edges are finally thawing out, but we don't have open water. But I'd probably wear it outside, like doing yard work or something, and get a good tan. But it definitely is a little bit tighter than what I'm used to wearing, so still getting comfortable with that. But they both fit, which is mind-blowing for me. Which was really exciting too, because I don't know the last time that I've comfortably worn a large shirt. Maybe high school, and maybe a little bit after high school, but since then it's been like XL, 2X. Because I also like to wear comfortable clothes. I don't like to wear skin tight things all the time. Another thing that I did was I was able to buy some really cute shoes. They're sandal type shoes with a heel. That go with all of my sundresses and all the dresses that I've gotten so far from Shein. So you'll see those shoes when I post my dress reveal. And then also on Sunday, this coming Sunday, one of the dresses that was the option for Mother's Day, I'm actually going to wear to church Sunday with those shoes. So maybe I'll do a shoe reveal before with that dress. So we'll see. Stay tuned. And then I wrote down some things just that I have been noticing or I've been feeling differently than before when I first started. So I'm just going to read this list. As you guys know, if you've seen any of my other videos, I talk about how I write down everything I want to talk about before I talk about it. So if you see me reading, I'm reading off of that list here. So the first thing I've written down is I like looking at my face again. I know that sounds really stupid. Maybe it doesn't sound stupid to you, but it sounds dumb to say out loud. But I didn't like how my face looked when I was 311 pounds. It was so much rounder. Like in this area, I had a lot more of a gobbler going on. I mean, it's still there, but it's a lot less. And I just feel like my face looks like me again. And it'll get better and better and better as I lose more weight. But now, like, I don't dislike looking at myself. I enjoy taking pictures now of my face with other people. I don't dislike the way I look in every single picture like I did before. So I enjoy taking pictures with my mom. You saw the pictures before when I talked about our Fargo trip. And it's nice to like to look at my face again. The next one I have written down is, I'm the most happy and comfortable in my body right now than I have ever been in my life. I talked about that in our text group with my coach and my mom and sister this last week. And it's just crazy to me. I mean, I'm still far from my goal weight. I'm still considered obese, and I absolutely am, because 290 pounds is a lot, especially on my frame. I'm 5'5", so I'm pretty short to begin with, and on top of that, I'm about 100 pounds overweight. So, but even so, with that said, I like now more how I look than I ever have in my entire life. I mean, when you're a teenager growing up, you don't like how you look because it's new. Your whole body changes, especially if you're a female. Everything changes, and you don't know what to do with yourself anymore. And I went straight from feeling like that to extreme weight gain, because I started gaining a lot between the ages of 17 and 18. That's when my parents got divorced. I went through a really deep part of my life, kind of dark, and I used food for coping, which is not smart, but I did it anyway. And I gained a lot of weight really fast, and I've lived that way for the last 10 years. That's just the way it's been. But the last 5 years of my life, I've done a lot of emotional work with myself, just asking myself why I am the way I am, trying to figure out the best way to heal those parts of me that I either shut away and didn't want to look at or think about or deal with, and slowly started saying, okay, well, if you want to change your life, if you want to be happy, if you want to move on from all the crap that happened, you need to start healing. And the only way to do that is to be real with yourself. And that sucks, but you got to do it. And I talk more about my life and God and all of that and his involvement on my other channel. So I have two channels. I have this one and I have another one called Nightly Devotions. I think I've talked about it on this channel before. So if you're interested in that, hop on over to Nightly Devotions. I'll leave a link down below for you guys to click on if you're interested. So a lot of emotional and mental healing in the last 5 years. And I finally reached the last part that I feel like is holding me back from the rest of my life, and that's my weight. And that's not negative. It's just a reality. So I don't look at it as something negative about me, about who I am as a person. It's just a fact. And the fact is, I am overweight. And to have the things I want out of life, I need to be healthy. And so this is the quickest way to get me there. Because if anybody knows me, sometimes I can be an impatient person. I want to get there now. And I understand that that's not how life works. But, and I do my best to not be that way. But it's really hard sometimes when you don't see results. Because I've done this a lot of times in the last 10 years where I'm like, okay, this is the time, I'm going to do it. And then the scale doesn't move. And I don't see any difference in my clothing. And I just don't feel any different. And it takes so long and you get discouraged. And you just give up. Which sounds really weak-minded. And maybe it is. But there is no shame in that kind of a journey, because that's my journey, and I have no shame in that. I have no problem admitting that I needed to see results faster than I had. And so with this program and how fast you see results and how fast you continue to see results, it doesn't just, 10 pounds now and then a plateau for 2 weeks. Like, I am consistently losing a pound like every other day. And it's so encouraging to have that. And not only are you seeing the scale move, but you're seeing your measurements move, because we measure as well. I haven't measured for a while. My last measurements I lost, let's see, I wrote them down. Must not have been that one. I lost a total of 11.25 inches over my entire body. And that was video 5. So, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's almost a foot of inches. So, craziness. Absolute craziness. And it would be expedited if I were able to stay determined enough to do workouts. I need to just pick something and do it. So, I had a video up of the 7-day ab challenge. I'm going to be honest with you, I did that one, and some of the moves were so complicated that I got frustrated with it, and I did not do it the next couple days, and I still haven't done it. So I did not complete the 7-day ab challenge. Not because I didn't want to, but because I'm the kind of person that if it doesn't interest me, if I don't enjoy doing it, the likelihood of me going back to wanting to do it is not very high. So I think I need to just start walking or pick a different video or do something. I just need to find the right thing. So I'm still working that out. And like I said, I'm going to be honest with you guys about the journey. And this is part of that journey. So still not doing super great on that aspect, but I need to get better. And it's going to help now that we have spring and nice days and I can get outside and do stuff to just get more exercise in. So that's that on the exercise front. The next thing I have written down is that my Shein cart keeps growing with clothes. So like I talked about in videos previous, I enjoy buying clothes and wearing clothes again. I'm not trying to cover up. I'm actually wanting to wear things and look nice again. And I haven't felt that way in... I don't know if I can even remember the last time I felt that way. The next one I have is I'm excited for spring cleanup outside and planting perennials. So yesterday, part of our shopping was getting more clematis. So I have some clematis already at my house for the last maybe 2-3 years. But some of them did not make it through the first year. So I've been needing to get more to fill out that trellis area. And I am so excited to do that. I need to get some hardware to anchor my trellis to the front of my house. It's brick. So I need to figure out the best way to do that without wrecking my brick, obviously. And then I'm going to plant those clematis, and I'm so excited for them to climb and grow. I got a bunch of them, so I'm super, super, super excited. And a lot of different colors. I think there's pink, purple, and like variations of pink and purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors, so I cannot wait for that this summer. I love watching my clematis grow every year, and the fact that they get so tall so fast is mind-blowing. But there's a lot more that we're going to do. We have perennials that are already at our house. We have a lot of hostas that I'm going to go probably next week, depending on weather, because it's supposed to rain all weekend here. Next week I'll probably start pulling some of the old stuff up so that when the new stuff comes up, it'll be pretty. We have lilies. What are they? Daylilies? Man, I can't remember, but we have lilies here too. Stargazer, that's what it is. So we'll pull up whatever's left of that. And a few other odds and ends around the house that just need to get ready. And then some other projects that we have coming up this summer is my brother and I built a pool patio so that we could put our pool up. We live on a hill, so there's nowhere level enough to put a pool. So we built a patio to put a pool on, which took us part of one summer and part of the next to get it up. Last summer was the first summer that we could get our pool up. But we still have railroad ties that need to be put in around it to just kind of hold it in place because our hill does shift. So that'll be this summer to get those in, get it all anchored down, get the sand in. We need to put more sand over those pavers as well just to fill in those cracks. And then I need to do some roundup to get all those weeds killed so that we can put down our pool. I cannot wait. And I have the energy now to be excited to do those things instead of it being such a chore and to dread it. So I cannot wait for that. I'm really excited to do my sunflower hutch getaway. I don't know what you call it, but I'll show a picture here of what I plan to do. I seed saved from my sunflowers last year, so I'm going to plant those as soon as I can get them in the ground. and I cannot wait to do it. It's going to be really, really pretty, and I'm going to do it in my backyard. I haven't decided what part of my backyard yet, but I'm going to do that too. And then another thing that I'm really excited to do is get all my bird feeders back out and start feeding the birds again, because I love bird watching. I get that from my grandma on my dad's side. One of my favorite memories as a kid was bird watching with my grandma at her house. She lived right down the street from us, so we would walk or ride our bike down to her house, and I'd spend the day with my grandma, and she'd let me do her makeup all crazy and comb out her hair. And anybody that knows my grandma knows that she doesn't like people to mess with her hair and makeup. Like, she's very, very much like put together, and so the fact that she let me do that was amazing. And she'd make us mac and cheese, and then usually let us have some ice cream after. And she had a big picture window right out past her kitchen table that you could sit and watch the birds. So I think that's where my love of feeding birds and bird watching comes from. So I'm excited to do that. I think I'm going to do it in my backyard so that it's easier and out of the way of my dog cables, because I let my dog out the front of my house as well as the side of my house. So I don't like when he gets caught up in the stands and pulls them down, so I just need to find a good place for him. And then another thing that we were talking about, me and my mom, was some of the landscaping plants that we're going to use for around the pool. So once we get those railroad ties in, we're going to be able to put down those really pretty landscaping plants around the border of it. And I'm super excited for that too. So lots of things going on this summer that I cannot wait for. My sister was talking to me about how excited she is to get a kayak and start kayaking this summer. So I have a kayak, my mom has a kayak. We've done kayaking in summers past with my niece Autumn, and she's excited to go too. We have a kayak that she uses, so all we need is my sister to get a kayak and some open water, and we're going to be out there kayaking and getting some good exercise. So I love being outdoors, and I like to feed the turtles. I haven't been successful yet because the last time I went out, I forgot to bring my stuff I was going to feed the turtles, but I have a plan to bring it with and to feed the turtles that are around the rocks, because there's a lot of places out on that lake where you get close to like the shore out in the middle of the lake, and there's turtles hanging out on the rocks. So I guarantee you if I throw some good fish out there, they'd eat it, and I really want to do that. So lots of big plans for this summer. I've kind of been blabbing on about it. So let me get to the next one. My work pants are now too big, even with my belt, all the way to the last hole. So I'll show you pictures now of what I mean. In these pictures, my belt is not tight, but when I do have my belt tight, even then they still kind of like sag crooked because they're too big, even with the belt. So I'm not ready to buy new pants just yet because these ones still kind of work. So I'm going to wait until they don't fit anymore and I can't fix it with a belt to get new ones. But you'll be able to see what I'm talking about in the pictures. And then the next one is everything, like all of my clothes, either fit the way that they're supposed to or they fit loosely. Like even the pants I have on now are like a jegging kind of pants, so they're like the waist part is bungee, and even these are loose. Like even in the thighs they're loose. And then the last one I have is my seatbelt fits nicely and I can see my lap again when I sit. So I have a picture of that too that I will share here. And it's crazy because I didn't like wearing my seatbelt because it would be like so tight on my neck here and like on my stomach it was tight, and even in my pickup is a 98 and the seatbelt it only goes so far and like then it locks right here, so you're sitting and it's like choking you. So I didn't like to wear the one in my pickup either, but that one now fits nicely to where I'll wear it again. So crazy improvements, even just little things like that. And then of course, I always end these videos showing you what I look like. So let me roll my chair out of the way here and I will show you what I am looking like. So this is me. Let me back up a little bit here. I have my dog laying in his dog bed right down there. So this is me, 46 days in. And that's that. So I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for watching these videos and supporting my journey as I get healthy again. If you like these videos, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below about what you're excited to see in my upcoming videos. Maybe even stuff that you want to know more about. Let me know in the comments. I thank you for being here once again, and we will see you guys in the next video.